Guys, deluded. I'm back again, and we're now seeing Jack Wilshere allegedly going to Fenerbahce. Callum Chambers been given a new deal. Oh, deluded. Why are you talking about something that's already happened? He's already signed a new deal. You're correct. That happened around 2-3 months ago, but allegedly, a lot of reports, and David Ornstein, the messiah for Arsenal, in regards to Arsenal news, has tweeted it. Pardon me, sorry people. He'll get a new 4-year deal. Allegedly, Unai Emery considers him an important player of sorts. He can be an important player and wants him to challenge for a first team spot in regards to starting at centre half. Now, he's already signed a new deal. Personally, I believe Chambers, when called upon, had a good season. You look at Chelsea, Atletico Madrid. He had a good season last year. It's almost going to be an impossible job breaking into Arsenal because we know we need that quality centre half, and neither him nor Holding through their potential. They're not currently that. There's question marks over Mustafi. Koscielny's getting on a bit. So yeah, he signed a new deal. If he is to leave the club, which I don't think he is, we're in a stronger negotiating position. I mean, it's funny how we get these sort of deals done, but where's Ramsey with that 5-year deal? Allegedly, that's progressing. And it's credit to Chambers, to be fair. It must be nice knowing that your new manager has some sort of faith in you, because if you're looking at it, he's probably one of the ones that was thinking, all right, boom. If other centre halves come in, there's about 7 centre halves here. The young ones with potential, older ones. I'm 23, so I'm in the middle now, and I need to define myself. Will I need to leave the club? Hasn't happened. I'm keen to see how he's. I mean, before that, yeah. That shows you he's got a vote of confidence, and it's now down to him to make sure he plays, because Mustafi needs to get his head together. He missed out on the World Cup. He had a disastrous season. Chambers, Socrates is about to sign for the club, but Chambers, you have a good chance of starting the first game of the season or being included if you try in pre-season. Holding, I have to wonder, do you or Mavropanos go on loan? I rate Holding, but he needs to play games, which he's been kind of starved of. Mavropanos is still very untested. He played very well against Hammers and things like that, but he got sent off was it United he got sent off? He played decent versus United, and it might not have been United. Somewhere he got sent off in it, where he's shown he's good, but he's shown he's bad. So we need to find balance. A lot of these young players need balance. Chambers, out of all the young centre halves, he's probably got the most experience. I mean, he's come through at Southampton. He had a good loan spell at Middlesbrough. Always going to find it difficult breaking into our first team. Played when called upon last year. I believe he made 12 Premier League appearances. Not the best, but he's decent, isn't it? So I'm keen to see. We've got some good prospects, and only a couple are going to make it, but it's a fantastic position, because if only a couple make it, it saves us literally 100 million, because basically 50 million is the only thing that's buying you these Koulibalis and that now. Some could be sold on for profit. Ultimately, some won't make it here. It's the thing, isn't it? I mean, he's got a fight now. From a fan point of view, we've got some great prospects. Mavropanos is untested, but he looks good. Bielik, he's been very hyped up. He's been robbed of injuries and stuff. He's versatile. He's been changed into a centre half. He can play in midfield. There's him. Obviously, there's Holding. Chambers, his roommate. There's obviously you've still got Socrates. You've got Koscielny on the books. You've got Mustafi, and then obviously if Soyuncu joins, there's about 7 centre halves. Even if you count young Ben Shafe, who's highly rated within the club. I don't know if he makes it here, because there's a lot of bodies in it, but he's another adaptable one that could be a jack of all trades. So it's a fantastic position. Like I said, if anything more for Chambers, if I'm him, I feel 10 stone bigger and 10 stories higher, to be fair, because you think that, cool, the manager believes in me, boom. Similar to Maitland-Niles. Of course, if you're looking at Maitland-Niles, I want him to play the most out of all the midfielders because I love him. But he's probably going to play the least, because you've got Ramsey, who decides going to be around. Torreira's coming in. All of these sort of guys, he's got to probably get ahead of El Nene in the pecking order. He'd be ahead of him for me, but he needs to get ahead of El Nene. He's got to have had a vote of confidence. If you're getting a new deal, the manager's rating you highly and things like that, your chest is going to be big, and you're going to have all the confidence in the world going into pre-season. You guys know I like Chambers. If it came to a point where if you need to sell man need to be sold, but I like Chambers. I do believe the right coach could make him a competent centre-half. He is one of them, when he gets ripped, We've seen it, but he's decent, man, and I like to call things that are fair. If he's playing well, he's playing well. I'm keen to see how he's used, because centre half, like I said, but because of, I do believe players shouldn't be a jack of all trades, and you see him with Dyer and numerous players, Holding as well. I mean, not Holding, Chambers, our very own Chambers. He's played right back for us. He's actually played defensive mid for us a couple times. He's played centre half. He's played everywhere. So it's a jack of all trade stuff. So master of none. So he needs to become a master of one position. and I don't believe players should be moved around everywhere. But by the same logic, I do believe an intelligent footballer, a competent footballer, can play everywhere. Look at Lahm. He can't play everywhere, but he can play on the left side of fullback. He can play on his natural right side, and he can play in midfield competently. Chambers should be able to do something like that if he's competent. Centre half, right back. Defensive mid if required, similar to Bielik. He's a centre half now, should be able to step into midfield. If you make yourself more adaptable, you make yourself more of an interesting prospect to the team and the manager, because there's different ways to use you. Obviously, if you can play different ways, you get to decide. Maitland-Niles is a central midfielder without a doubt. And I don't want him to play right back. But if there's ever a time he needs to fill in at right back or left back, we have confidence. And through filling in at full back or the manager playing him there for whatever reason, he got game time. And then he got that game against Liverpool where despite Salah scoring, he done all right against Salah. And the rest is history. So yeah, I hope Maitland-Niles off topic makes an England debut. There's a lot of unrealised potential with Chambers. I mean, we spent a lot of money in him and we've invested a lot in him. So it seems like we're just going to continue until this thing bangs. But it is what it is, man. Chambers, new deal till 2022. I mean, YRN stuff in it. Credit to Callum Chambers. Get your head down. You've got an England cap before, whether people think you're good or not, or my opinion on him. Just if you're playing well and you're playing in form, Southgate is going to take notice because he knows you. He's managed you at under 20 level. No doubt you'd had dreams to go to the World Cup when you're younger. Obviously, the World Cup is 4 years away, but 2020 is around the corner. You'll be 25 years of age where you need to be coming into your own. In fact, you're 23 where you need to be defining yourself as a footballer and showing some competence. And if he is given a chance, who knows, innit? But it remains to be seen. So yeah, man. Guys, deluded. Getting a comment, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out, man. Credit to Callum Chambers for getting his new deal again. Out.